Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn, and this is our weekly energy reading for the week ahead, where we are gaining a deeper understanding and higher conscious awareness of the overall energy for the week to come and how we can navigate it as our higher selves. I do always set the intention that those who are meant to receive these messages align to this reading. So if you align to this reading, then there may be a message that you are meant to hear. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome as well. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. I hope that Scorpio season has been treating you well so far and that you are prioritizing remaining grounded and centered in your being and in your truth. So I'm really excited to see what comes up in this energy reading as we are still navigating the Scorpio season, as we are still feeling the recent new moon in Scorpio that we had, and as we approach eclipse season. So there is a lot going on. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath together before we get into this reading. So go ahead and place your hand over your heart if you feel open to do so, with the intention to really just tune into your body. Take a deep inhale. Pause at the top and exhale. Beautiful. I have cleansed myself, cleansed my space, cleansed my decks. If you want to cleanse yourself so that you are opening yourself up to fully receive, go ahead and do that. I do want to disclaim that I do live in the city, so if we hear some neighborly city noises in the background, we are claiming that we are going to remain centered and grounded throughout this reading. So let's go ahead and tap in, okay? I do want to reiterate, I don't say this often enough, but I do offer one-on-one energy readings. And I'll have a link in the description below if you are interested in looking into that. The one-on-one energy readings are an hour with me, where it's a reading very similar. Basically, it's the same structure as this reading, except it's personalized to you, and we get to have a one-on-one together. So if that's something that interests you, if you have been seeking to gain some clarity and you really resonate with my kind of readings, then I would love to do a reading for you, and I'd be honored to do so as well. So let's get into this. So what is the overall energy for the week ahead? What's the overall energy for the week ahead? What's the overall energy for the week ahead? What is the overall energy for the week ahead? What's the overall energy for the week ahead? What is the overall energy for the week ahead? What's the overall energy for the week ahead? Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, as we're continuing to navigate this Scorpio season, what's the overall energy for this coming week, approaching eclipse season? What's the overall energy? What's the overall energy? So it's interesting because I feel like there's so many messages that are trying to come up at this time. So I feel like this is one of those moments, one of those weeks where there could be a lot going on, and there could be a lot of so many different kinds of messages that are just trying to make themselves known. I don't normally pull out this many cards, but I just feel like there's so many messages trying to make themselves known. So let's get into this, y'all. The first card that came out, we got the White Witch, to be the light, okay? And the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to this card is be the light with the intention of confronting the darkness as light, you know? Scorpio season is one of those seasons where many of us are going to be feeling called to really turn inward, to look at the areas of our lives that we need to heal, to where we need to bring in closure, where we need to release, where we need to make some adjustments, and really confront our darkness and do a lot of shadow work. And it's important that as we do this kind of work, as we approach these kind of darker aspects of life, that we remain the light, okay? Because we can't heal darkness with darkness, right? Something that came up for me recently is that you cannot hate yourself into somebody that you love, right? This journey of healing, this journey of self-realization, of self-development, self-inquiry, self-healing, all of that, if you are intending to do all of this so that you can become a better version of you, and I say better in quotations because really what's taking place is that you're not becoming a better version of you, you're just becoming a more authentic version of you. And so if that is your intention, it's important to approach it's important to approach the darkness, the shadows, the healing, the discomfort, the trauma, all of that as light, with love, with that kind of frequency. Because again, you can't hate yourself into a person that you love. So love yourself through the journey and really be the light, right? Be the light throughout the journey. Be the light that is shedding light on the darkness and transmuting the darkness into light, because you cannot alchemize darkness with darkness, okay? You have to be the light. And in order for you to really heal the shadow aspects of you, then that you have to embody the light, right? You have to be both the light worker and the shadow worker. And it's the same thing with the light, you know, like light wouldn't be light without the darkness. So you have to find the beauty and the divinity that exists in that duality of both light and darkness coexisting with each other and creating that balance that exists throughout all of life. So there's that message. We also got mountains to stand your ground, okay? Feel like because so many of us are going to be stepping into the season or are already in this season of really doing a lot of shadow work, really confronting the darker aspects of ourselves, people are going to be a little extra emotional. People are going to be a little more sensitive, a little more kind of reserved and easily triggered. So it's important for you to really stand your ground, but most importantly, just remain centered and grounded in your own being. Okay, be mindful of how it is that you are not only responding to others, but you are responding to yourself. And know that, you know, the depths really exist within all of us, right? There's so much more than meets the surface, right? There's all of this lying beneath the surface within all of us, okay? So let's practice a little more compassion, a little more understanding, but also just like really standing our ground, standing our ground in knowing who we are, right? Again, all of this healing, all of this shadow work, all of this transformation and all of that is really coming back to the root, to the intention of us returning back home to our true authentic selves, right? We're becoming more and more our most authentic selves. And when we become more and more our authentic selves, and that is something that we are working towards, we are becoming, we are healing towards, all of that, we are best able to stand our ground because we know who we are. We know our true selves. We know what it is we're being called to do. We know, right? So work on grounding yourself. Continue working on strengthening your intuition, strengthening who it is that you know that you are, so that you can stand your ground in a really beautiful mountainous way. Hopefully that made sense. But all of this is going to continue to unfold as this reading unfolds. I just want to get through all of these cards a little swiftly because I don't want this video to be super long. We also got the wise one, to grow within your current situation. So whatever it is that, whatever situation you find yourself in right now, it's important for you to be seeking out the lessons in it, right? Seek out the lesson in this situation that is in front of you. when you seek out the lesson, when you approach a situation and you shift your perspective into one that is leaning into the curiosity of what is this trying to teach me, then you win. You are already alchemizing a challenging situation into one that is empowering you. Okay, so make sure that you tap into that wisdom, that you tap into being the wise one, and knowing, understanding that life is gifting you this situation because it's trying to teach you a specific lesson. So what is the lesson trying to make itself known to you in this situation? And you will know upon listening to this, if this message is for you, what situation this is referring to. And it could be referring to more than one. Lastly, but not leastly, we got the Water Guardian, which does not surprise me because we are in a very watery season at this time. And it's to connect with your emotions, right? This is one of the most healings, if not the most healing thing you can do for yourself, especially at this time, is for you to connect with your emotions. If you're really serious about healing, if you're really serious about doing shadow work and transmuting darkness into light, connect with your emotions. Your emotions are always such great tools for you to more deeply understand yourself, more deeply understand what it is that you need to heal, understand what it is that's holding you back, where blockages exist in your life, what is still impacting you, what it is that is of significance to you. When something makes you emotional, it is of significance to you. So understand what is of significance to you and connect with your emotions. And this is all being highlighted for this week specifically, but overall for Scorpio season. But this week, really take the time and muster up a little more courage to really tap into, tune into, and connect with your emotions. Hold space for them. Try to understand what it is that they're trying to tell you, right? And again, there is a way to experience your emotions without identifying with them. And a simple practice that I have mentioned before is, instead of saying, I am sad, you say, I feel sad, okay? Because sadness isn't something that you are necessarily, or that makes up all of what you are, or is an emotion that you identify with, or makes up your identity. It is just something that you are feeling in this moment, okay? So, what energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week? What energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week? What energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week? What energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week? What energy do we align with? What energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week? What energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week? What energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles? Okay. All right. Like I said, I just have this intuitive feeling that there's so many messages trying to make themselves come up and known to us at this time. Like, I feel like I could shuffle the deck more, but I'm going to leave it at this. So we've got solitude, which again also doesn't surprise me because solitude is something that is really important and sacred to Scorpios, to Scorpio energy. Solitude is very necessary when it comes to healing, when it comes to shadow work, when it comes to maintaining and practicing energetic hygiene. Solitude is so important, and it also assists you in strengthening your discernment, because in solitude there are no other outside influences really impacting you. It's just you and your energy, and you're really able to differentiate And again, practice that discernment of, is this energy mine, or is this energy an energy that I'm carrying that I took responsibility for and does not belong to me? So if any challenges or obstacles arise this week, please gift yourself solitude. And if this is something that's hard for you at home, to where it's like hard to find some time alone, go for a walk. Go do something that just gives you alone time, and try to gift yourself that as often as possible throughout this Scorpio season, because I promise you that revelations and clarity will come to you. We also got inner peace, and I feel like this is directly connected to this solitude that we're being encouraged to explore and to enjoy ultimately, as any challenges or obstacles arise. Really, really have some practices ready and available to you that you know bring you inner peace. So if you have not already taken the time to really list out and take note of and acknowledge what brings you inner peace, please make that an exercise that you do this week, that you do right after you watch this reading. Like, make a list of the things that you know bring you inner peace. Is it that one album that you listen from top to bottom, that just brings you inner peace? Is it a cup of tea at 5:46 in the morning? Is it going on a walk during your lunch break? What are the things that bring you inner peace? Really, really prioritize that this coming week. And should any challenges or obstacles arise, something else that's really coming up is, again, just gifting yourself that moment of pausing before reacting. Reflect before you react, okay? Before you're so quick to assume something, to react a certain way, to repeat a pattern that doesn't serve you, take a moment to pause and really digest the situation so that you can respond to it in a way that is very mindful, very intentional, and perhaps is a response that really is in accordance to and a reflection of your higher self that you are becoming. So, what do we focus on healing this week? What do we focus on healing? 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 Any other card? Any other card? What do we focus on healing this week? Is this it? Is this it? Okay. Y'all, we're pulling the cards, okay? We're pulling the cards. Whoo! All right. So we've got burden, okay? We're healing burdens. This is actually a card that came up recently as well. And again, like I mentioned, the solitude is really going to help you understand what energy belongs to you and what energy you took responsibility for that doesn't belong to you and is ultimately a burden, okay? So this coming week, and really throughout the Scorpio season, as we are experiencing, shadow work and acknowledging the darkness and the shadow aspects of our lives, really take the time to hold space for yourself, to take note of the burdens that exist in your life and that don't belong to you, okay? Where have you been taking responsibility that you don't need to take, okay? We've also got honoring your energy. Honor your energy. And this really, I feel like, goes back to and ties back to all of these the overall energy cards that we got, of being the light and standing your ground and really being the wise one. and really connecting with your emotions. I feel like all of that reflects honoring your energy. You honor your energy by feeling your emotions, by allowing yourself to feel your emotions and not ignoring them, not suppressing them anymore. That is you honoring your energy. You honor your energy by tapping into your wisdom and cultivating your wisdom, by seeking out the lessons that are trying to make themselves known to you in every situation. That is you honoring your energy. You honor your energy by really standing your ground and really becoming your most authentic self, so that you can stand your ground in a way that is authentically confident. I know who I am. I know this is what I'm being called to do. I know this is what my intuition is telling me. And you can stand your ground in a way that is very pure, very grounded, very true to you. That is how you honor your energy. You honor your energy by being the light, and not being the light in a passive, avoidant kind of way to where you are all light, right? Because we are not all light. We are just as much of a duality as the duality that exists in all life, like the sun and the moon. So you honor your energy by doing all of these things. And this coming week, y'all, is the week to really be, refer back to everything that I mentioned in the overall energy for this coming week. That is how you honor your energy. We also got forgiveness. So, y'all, so much of our healing is rooted in practicing forgiveness, okay? And a lot of letting go of the burdens that we take on and that we have on our shoulders. Forgiveness is going to be the thing that allows you to let go of those burdens and to drop them, okay? So I've mentioned this before and I'll mention it again, but if you are having trouble forgiving others, practice forgiving yourself first. Because when you are able to forgive yourself, like truly forgive yourself, then you are then able to forgive others, and vice versa. We also got retreat. So retreat is coming up again. Obviously, that definitely has to do with solitude as well. Retreat, this is really, really a time for us to be retreating, to be turning inward, to be spending time with ourselves and getting to know our true selves and what it is that we need to heal, what it is that we need to overcome, what it is that we're still working through, what it is that we've already overcome and no longer resonate with, right? It's so important for us to be consistently checking in with ourselves and taking note of okay, this is what I resonate with now, and this is what I no longer resonate with, and really aligning ourselves, keeping ourselves in alignment by making sure that we're only tuning into the things that we authentically resonate with, okay? Whew! Hopefully this has been resonating with some of you, some of these messages. If they have, let me know in the comments below. I love knowing what it is that you resonate with, what it is that called to you. I love connecting with you all in the comments and really cultivating community there. So what do we focus on surrendering this coming week? What do we focus on surrendering this coming week? What do we focus on surrendering this coming week? What do we focus on surrendering this coming week? What do we focus on surrendering? 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 I'm telling you, so many messages, cards trying to come out. What do we focus on surrendering this coming week? What do we focus on surrendering this coming week? What do we focus on surrendering? Wow, that's wild, man. That's wild. I think this is we got surrender your attachment to results. Haven't we gotten this card 3 times in a row now? What are the odds? I shuffle these decks very well. And the fact that, out of all the cards, this one continues to come up. We've also gotten these other two fairly recently as well, within the past few weeks. So this is these three cards are really, really, really being reiterated with the intention to grab our attention and just really be emphasized. So surrender your attachment to results, y'all. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So y'all, really, really, really focus on doing your best and allow your best to be enough. Allow your best to be enough. Put all of your focus, your energy, your inspiration into the now moment, into the next step, the step that you are working on right now. Put your heart and soul into it as you do it. And when you can do all that you can do, let it go with the faith that you did all you can do, and you are co-creating with the universe, and the universe is doing its thing and assisting you. You may not know everything that's going on, and you don't know how it's going down or when exactly it's going to happen for you, but you know that it is, because you are doing your part and you are doing your best, and you are going to allow that to be enough. And because you are allowing that to be enough with this faith, with this conviction, then you don't have to stress, you don't have to worry, and you don't have to waste any of your precious energy on those kinds of emotions, right? You can just use up all your energy into this now moment, into this next step, into this thing that you are doing right now, and trusting that, you don't have to attach yourself to any kind of end result, because you know that you're doing all you can do, and you're doing it in such a way that all your inspiration and all of your good intention is going into it, and that energy, like, there's no way that a beautiful result isn't going to come from that. So y'all, please release, surrender your attachment to results, okay? Don't sour it, don't sour the journey, don't sour the destination. Be here now, okay? We also got surrender to divine timing, which is exactly in correlation to this card. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Trust divine timing. Trust that your time will come when it is your time. There are so many things that have to happen in order for your manifestation to manifest. In order for what it is that you're putting your heart and soul into, your intentions into, to the seeds that you're watering, it takes time, okay? And yes, sometimes other people manifest things a little quicker. Sometimes, you see people around you that are experiencing manifestations, and you're still here putting in the work. And, and I can relate to this. I'm speaking to myself as well. I'm part of the collective. So I'm also working through this at this time, and especially as we're going through this very Scorpionic season, where, things, again, people can be a little extra sensitive, our egos can be a little extra sensitive, we're working through a lot of things, but it's important for us to, again, allow our best to be enough, and to surrender to divine timing, and to also surrender our ego. So I think that these three cards are really, really beautifully in correlation and in flow, and in, conjunction with each other. Cultivate gratitude, be of service to others, and come from the heart. A big ego can work against you, but humility will further your goals, okay? Surrender your ego. Again, practice discernment. What is coming from the ego and what is coming from the heart? Solitude will help you understand and bring clarity, okay? What are our affirmations for this week? What are our affirmations for this week to come? What are our affirmations for this week to come? What are our affirmations for this week ahead? What are our affirmations for this week ahead? What are our affirmations for the week ahead? What are affirmations for the week ahead? What are our affirmations for the week ahead? What are our affirmations for the week ahead? What are our affirmations for the week ahead? Okay. The past is over, y'all. This is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. The past is over, my friends. Yes, 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 yes. The past is over. Let it be over. Let it be over. Let go of that burden. You don't need to hold on to that burden anymore. The now moment is the only moment that you have. Okay? The past really doesn't even exist anymore. The only reason why it's still here right now is because you're holding on to it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I trust my inner wisdom. There you go. Tapping into the wise one, y'all. This is the time for you to see yourself as a wise person, because you are. You got some lessons in you that you've learned and that you are learning and that you will learn. Your wisdom only continues to grow. Honor yourself in that way. You are wise and you're becoming wiser. Tap into that. Tap into that. Tap into your wisdom. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. So this honestly seems like one of those weeks where it's like, I got me. I know me. I know what it is that I've been through, what it is that I'm going through, what it is that where I am going. Okay, like this is one of those weeks where we really got to turn inward and really spend time with ourselves, quality time with ourselves, be with ourselves, be the light in our lives, in our paths, and really tune into the mountains and the oceans that are within us, the duality that exists within us, the emotions that are flowing within us that are trying to make themselves known so that they can pass through and no longer be a burden, right? This is a week where we are releasing a lot of burdens, where we are practicing forgiveness, where we are practicing really being in tune with our intuition, like into the theme, the emphasis of us really strengthening our intuition and knowing what our intuition is saying is something that has been emphasized a lot this year. And it is going to continue to be increasingly more important as we continue to experience a lot of change within ourselves and within the collective. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that's going to continue to go on. A lot that we are witnessing in front of us on socials, digitally, in our society, in our governments, in our communities. Just there's a lot going on, and there's a lot that's going to continue to go on because there's a lot of dismantling, a lot of shifts, a lot of awakening taking place. And because of that, because of all the changes, it's important for us to remain grounded in our own inner knowing and really know what our intuition is saying. Really dust off the compass that exists within us that really is the best guide for our own paths that we perhaps have neglected, that we perhaps haven't trusted, that we perhaps haven't used in a long time. It's time to use it. It's time to tap back into that power that exists within us, the power of us knowing what's best for us, the power of us knowing ultimately what it is that we need to do next, what it is that we need to do right now and be right now, and who we are. When you know who you are and what it is that you want and what it is that you deserve and what it is that you are worthy of and what lessons it is that you have learned and you can pass on to others, that is your power. So tap into that, reclaim that. All right, I hope that you enjoy this reading, that this reading brought you some inspiration, some clarity, some resonance. And if it did, again, let me know in the comments. If you're not already subscribed, click subscribe. If you want a one-on-one reading with me, then book that reading, y'all. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Peace and blessings. Stay safe, stay grounded. Thank you all so much. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye, y'all.